Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Paul's Cinema Picks of the Week. I am your host, Paul Westbrook, as we know, Brantford's film enthusiast. And today we're going to be talking about movies that are either about Thanksgiving, although there's not very much, but there's more of the theme of Thanksgiving involved in each of the films that I'm going to be talking about. And looking at my collection, my sister posed me a challenge to see if I could find something like this that would be acceptable for the Thanksgiving theme.
At least the Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the Canadian Thanksgiving, even though the films usually have the American Thanksgiving, but it's all the same thing.
States Thanksgiving's next month, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. And before I start, I want to wish everybody out there a happy Thanksgiving. And hope everybody's thankful for what they got. The most important thing being thankful for God, friends, family, and food, and good shelter and home, and the freedom that we have in the country of Canada. Well, I guess we have some freedoms, don't we? But anyway, I'm not going to get political here. This is the important thing is Thanksgiving theme. So let's get to the movies after I have a thankfully quick drink.
Dobby's making his appearance.
Okay, there's Dobby, yes. We got to get him a shirt. We definitely got to get him a shirt because that would be very fun. Dobby would be the Cinema Picks mascot. Okay, here's the movies I'm going to start off with. Okay, I'm starting off with, believe it or not, Tower Heist. It's an ensemble piece with a group of very comedic actors like Casey Affleck, Alan Alda, Matthew Broderick, Tia Leone, Michael Tenay, and Gabri Sidibe. It's a little hard to actually pronounce, but yes. This is a movie about a group of workers that band together to plan a heist against this worker, this main hotel magnate, a Wall Street swindler who defrauded them, apparently. So each of them, the characters have been defrauded by Alan Alda's character, so they all get together and they want to ruin him any way they can. So they plan this huge heist. Now, what makes it Thanksgiving, you might say? Well, it takes place during the Thanksgiving Macy's Day Parade. Very similar to, believe it or not, the Miracle on 34th Street, which also takes place, the start of it is at the Thanksgiving Macy's Day Parade. But it's known as more of a Christmas movie, so I'm going to be doing that one around Christmas time. But in the meantime, you got Tower Heist here. And, of course, when you get a group of comedic actors like Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy, and Matthew Broderick and everybody together, it's usually good for laughs, and it's one that you would certainly be and it entertains you at the same time. So you get sort of a heist-type movie blended in with the comedy movie. So that's also very, very good. And, I managed to pick this one up here on Blu-ray. And absolutely hilarious. And I find that a lot of movies that around the Thanksgiving time are ensemble pieces, as you'll see as I do another film as I do this other film here. The Big Chill. Did you get that there, sis?
Yep.
And you got the Tower Heist one too?
Yes.
Okay, Big Chill has another ensemble type thing because the theme is good friends, classic music, and of course you get the groundbreaking movie making that goes into a film like this. And it's about a group of friends that they get together on a weekend because one of their college friends has his funeral. And believe it or not, the guy that was in the casket at the start of this, although you don't really see him too much, is Kevin Costner. He didn't speak or anything about it. He plays the college friend that had already died by the time the film starts. And it's at his funeral that these group of friends get together. And it's for their weekend. They go to this cottage for a weekend, and it's about romance and confessions, stuff like that, like college people would do when they get together for these weekends. It's like, who did they fall in love with? Did they have a crush on so and so, and that type of movie there. And usually, again, it's the ensemble piece. It says here, Richard Corliss from Time Magazine says, it's funny and ferociously smart. The 8-star actors deserve one big Oscar. And this is a movie, believe it or not, that would probably have been deemed an Oscar-winning type movie. If it wasn't already, it's certainly one of the most memorable films that I've watched, and I enjoyed it very much. So, yeah. And I forgot to mention, this also has it has the movie and digital remastered picture and sound, and it has up-to-date interviews with the cast, and behind-the-scenes footage, filmmakers get interviewed, and hilarious scenes that were never shown, which is why it's the definitive 15th anniversary collector's edition. Now, if you're looking for this movie, I would probably suggest you get the one that's on DVD now, because it'll probably have even more stuff than the first one did here. But yeah, if you still like VHS as much as I do, and I'm sure my sister does, even though I don't think she has it anymore. You don't have VHS anymore, right, Seth?
Only home movies.
Only home movies, so...
Without a VHS player.
What was that?
Without a VHS
Without
player,
a VHS player, so right now she's got just that. But yeah, if you're into the VHS thing, or you can get this one, or you can, like I said, just go for the DVD or Blu-ray. But yeah, The Big Chill was one of the most memorable films that I had certainly seen. And there's another movie called Indian Summer, which is like at a campsite, and they go back after 20 years because they were like kids the first time they went, and they went as adults. And it sort of has the same thematic elements that The Big Chill did. So, yeah, look for this one and enjoy it. Okay, now the third one here. I was also told this had a Thanksgiving theme too. The Tom Hanks Meg Ryan movie called You Got Mail. Now, I know a lot of people that like this film. I'm not sure if you did this.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen it.
With Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, yeah, she owns a bookstore, and then he tries to open up a bigger bookstore, so he's like more popular and stuff. So it's like the fight between the two of them in the bookstores. And so they sort of have the same chemistry that they did in Sleepless in Seattle, which I actually liked better than this one. Like, this is good. It's a remake of a movie called Shop Around the Corner, yes, with James Stewart. And while that movie holds its own as a comedy classic, this one's, yeah, it's good, but, you know, like I said, I still like Sleepless in Seattle more. But yeah, apparently this takes place just as the fall's coming, so it's around the Thanksgiving time. Hence the theme of Thanksgiving in the when I was reading it. So when I got to get this movie here, and then I checked into it, it's like, oh, there's a Thanksgiving theme to it. Perfect. Excellent. So if you like a bit of romance and at the beginning of the fall scenes, you can watch it just for the good cinematography of the fall changing leaves as they're changing color. And if you like romance and you like Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, this would be a movie that I would recommend for you to at least take a look at. But yes, again, Sleepless in Seattle, still better. Okay, I'm going to take a quick drink, and then I'm going to get to our last movie here. Good. And what is Thanksgiving without Steve Martin, without John Candy, in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? To me, this is the ultimate Thanksgiving movie. Yes, because it has Steve Martin plays Neil Page. He's an advertising executive. He just wants to fly home to Chicago and his family so he can spend Thanksgiving with them. However, there's complications in his plans, as all of a sudden a man named Del Griffith, who is a lovable salesman, he gets together because he wants to try and get home. He wants to at least spend some time Thanksgiving with somebody's family or whatnot. I guess that's what he was talking about here. He wants to he ends up going on a cross-country wild goose chase. Like, they're all over the place, and there's a lot of hilarious moments in this movie. And they say that both Steve Martin and John Candy are wonderful in their roles, and they always seem to come up with a worst-case scenario and then just manage to have a knack for everything going right at the end. And as I said, it's funny, it's crazy. There's a great moment with Steve Martin and John Candy when they're on a highway driving near a tunnel. Well, you have to. I'm not going to say the whole thing because you have to see the movie. But to me, like I said, this is the ultimate in Thanksgiving entertainment. So yes, I would recommend anybody that's having Thanksgiving put this movie on, and you won't be disappointed because you'll enjoy it for the comedy moments and for anything else that happens in the movie too. Well, for now, those are my 4 movies that I wanted to do. Again, I wanted to wish everybody out there, all our subscribers and people in general, a very happy Thanksgiving to you all. Remember to be thankful for the most important things in life. And reminding you that next time, I'll come up with another good show. And remember to like and subscribe. Remember to leave the comments in the comments below. And I'll be seeing you at the movies. Happy Thanksgiving.